Looks like one of our development parts didn't fare too well in testing. I've put it on hold for now. You can restart work from the laptop. We're going to have to go back now and make some adjustments in order to get the final numbers looking more like we were expecting from the simulation.
Hello guys, welcome to episode 10 of F1 2017 Career Mode, and that's a bit disappointing, isn't it? Not being able to get a power upgrade at a track which we need power at, Austria. C'est la vie. So what we're going to do is, we're going to apply the upgrade again, as you've just seen, and I'm going to put some quality control upgrades there as well to ensure that we don't have fillers in the future, or have less, because of course it isn't quite assured, because we haven't got all the quality controls in place, but no matter. It is what it is. We're not going to worry too much about it. Hopefully that Honda engine can come on strong later in the year. And we are slowly but surely moving ahead. And of course, we're going to be using a fresh-ish power unit for this race. We're going to use the power unit from Azerbaijan. And we now are joined in Q1. And we're going okay so far. We've had a okay first two sectors so far. As we now head through the Ring curve. And now into the final corner, which is the Red Bull corner for some reason. Going wide on exit, cheeky extension of the track, and that will put us P5 behind the big four, I believe. And as it turns out, yes, we ended up being P9, which isn't bad at all. Almost a cutie, and we're going to try and braid this session on the options side. Hopefully this can work. I'm a little bit dubious because in my quali runs it was very marginal whether we'd get out of Q3 or not, and get out of Q3, that'd be something remarkable, I'm sorry. Get out of Q2, I mean. Cheek extension of the track limits again at the Red Bull corner. And that puts us P7 for now. Unfortunately, though, things want to stay like that as we now cut to the results page. We're P12 and we're even behind Fernando, which is frustrating, I have to admit. And that's us out of qualifying, P12. But it does give us free reign on strategy tomorrow, and we have got a couple of fresh sets of qualies because we keep our Q3 set, and of course we still got a set left over. So that's all good, and we get some resource points there. Obviously we don't get any for Q3, which is a little bit sad, but 947 resource points, that's very good, because there are plenty of upgrades to be applying when we finally get the second upgrade applied. Against Kvyat though, all is well in the rivalry. So that makes it 11-8. This is a close one so far, just the way things have been panning out and the way the game works. But no stresses. I think we'll have him eventually. And with the team approval now, they're happy that we beat our target, but equally as displeased about Fernando beating us. So, the more things change, the more things stay the same on that one. And now it's time for the agent goals.
Hello. I just wanted to pass on the team's expectations for this race. Good luck.
That was expected to slide down the order for some reason, and the championship target, we can just ignore that now. That is highly safe. A lot of events will have to happen for that to be defined.
We're almost ready to go then, and this is what the starting grid looks like for today's race. Kimi Raikkonen's perfect lap yesterday sees him start from pole position, and starting alongside him P2 is Sebastian Vettel. Looking down the rest of the grid we have Hamilton, Bottas, Max Verstappen and Perez, Ricciardo, Ocon, Massa and Fernando Alonso, Magnussen and a McLaren, Daniel Kvyat and Grosjean, Hülkenberg, Palmer, Lance Stroll and Marcus Ericsson, Wehrlein and Carlos Sainz starts from the back of the grid. And now it's time to head down to the track.
So, the suggested strategy is start on qualies and finish on the prize. So we're going to apply some league racing strats, and that is we're going to try and extend the qualifying tyre stint, and then go into the option tyre, which is very risky doing a one-stop going quali option. If it isn't Russia or Monaco, we're going to fuel her up nicely so we can use the whatever powers we've got in that Honda engine to full effect, all the VTECs required, and now we're lined up for the Austrian Grand Prix. Okay, start from P12. This is further back than we have been when we've actually not taken a power unit penalty. But we're not going to stress. We're in a good position. We have fresh tyres for this race, even if we are only using 2 sets of them. So, I think we've got something that can work out. But anyway, it's the lights. There's 3, there's 4, and there's 5. And we're go for the Austrian Grand Prix with no squeaky voices this time. And we get off alright off the line as we now head into the Castrol curve. We dive on the field as per usual, but we only get in 2 places, but it's all happening in front of us. Bottas has somehow ended up behind us as well. And now we're up into P6. I'm going to be slipstreaming both of the Red Bulls. As we now head up to the Remus curve. Ricardo's having a look at Verstappen. We're going to try and have a look at both of them. Can we really do it? Oh, we break our front wing, which is kind of annoying. But we out-traction Verstappen. And we're now up to P4. Do not worry though, that front wing damage is minor. So we can just adjust the diff, adjust the brake balance, and carry on. It leaves a little bit of time, but you know what? It's worth staying out. Particularly because of the track position we've just done. 8 places off the line. Excellent stuff. Towards the end of lap 1, we stay there. Verstappen is the Red Bull behind us, and then I think Ricciardo's directly behind him. And now we move on to the end of lap 2, because not a lot happened there. There's a lot of fastest laps going on in front of us. So maybe there's a slipstream train. Bottas though is the car catching us now. Of course he had a very clumsy start. He's now up to P5. But now we have yellows behind us, and Bottas has fallen down the order. That surely can't be Bottas, can it? It is! Like real life, his car's giving up on him. Oh, Valtteri. He just doesn't have any luck. Whether it's here, whether it's real life in 2018, doesn't have any luck at all. Anyway, that's a VSC. But it was only a quick VSC, as you shall see now. He's literally about to enter the burger curve now. And we're about to ready up for green. And here it comes about now. There we are, back to green. DRS is enabled, of course.
Ricciardo behind. Okay, the gap behind is 2.4 seconds. They're on old Ultra Softs. We think they've got one more stop. The time last lap was a 1:10.9. Okay, some information on Perez. They're retiring from the race.
Okay, that's intriguing information that Ricciardo's only a couple seconds behind. And Perez, who's the main rivals of the race, but now we're going to have to fend from Ricciardo into the Castrol curve. And we just managed to fend him off for now. Jeff somehow again is reminding us about the damage to the front wheel that we already know about. So, what can I say? But looks like we're going to have to go defensive 3-2. And now into the Remus curve. No, actually, we're all good. Now just set it up nicely. And we fire out very well through the Remus curve. Got to say, through this race, the traction through the Remus curve was quite grand. Now through the Ockenring curve. And now into the Red Bull column, trying to fend off a Red Bull, but no, the sausage curve catches us out, and that allows Ricciardo to slip through. He's got DRS as well, so there's nothing we can do there, and that's us now down to P5. There's only 17 cars though, so I wonder what's been going on here. And, well, turns out I've not revealed who's retired, because I'm a noob. Anyway, we're moving on now. Vettel, through the round of stops, he's on a 2, and he's now trying to chase us down, but we're going to go defensive into the Castle curve, just to mainly annoy him, not even going to lie. We push him outside, and yes, we keep P4 for now, even though it's not a real, genuine P4. Now through the Burger curve, as head to the Ockenring curve, we try and squeeze him as much as we can, but he ain't having it, and we just have to concede. No point finding it too hard, because it isn't exactly for a race swing. And there we go, we're back down to P5, where we belong really, but we get a bit of cheeky DRS to keep everyone behind. So, Vale now is starting to fast up the race, so it's not a real great surprise. No pit stops going on now. I think Ricciardo has actually pitted in front of us. Just a strategy change, which we've ignored, and that is so annoying. Another VSC. Why couldn't they put 30 seconds early so I could pit in under the VSC and save quite a bit of time? Ah, well. Say, Livy, as I was saying nearly about the power unit upgrades, and we're going back to green now through the Burger curve, and we're straight on it. Eventually we'll make it to lap 17. The tyres are absolutely knackered, particularly the front tyres, who will be taking quite a lot of the strain through the fast curves. And now it's time to bin those qualifying tyres at last. They've done a lot of laps, equivalent of 34 laps in real life, half the race. Actually, that's what they were doing in real life, so shouldn't be greatly surprised. And now down to the speed limit of 50 miles an hour. That's 80 kilometers an hour for those that work in Ks. As we're now heading to the pit box, we are leaning on the engine, and we're in the pit box now, binning the qualies, on go the options, and we get a good stop actually. We're now currently P8 according to the graphic. I think we're going to slip into P9. Yes, that's Sainz past us. Putting Ocon's undercuts, but to be honest, he is a faster car anyway, so we're not going to stress too much about that. He just was a bit out of position, and there we are. We're now down in P9. That's not too bad, but bear in mind there are some one-stoppers that yet to stop who will decide on the prime tyre, so we're not going to stress too hard about that. As we now heading to the Remus curve, but I think Mass has actually attacked Stroll and attacked us and even gave us a love tap. But our drive out the Remus curve means that is not an issue. so we're not going to worry about that too much. Now on lap 23, the one-stoppers have finally made their starts, those who started on primes anyway, so not a lot actually was going on until lap 31, where some of the two-stoppers actually now started to catch us, namely Max Verstappen and a huge line for you now, it's Daniil Kvyat as well, who is on the qualifying tyre behind him, and we're going to have to go defensive down into the Castrol curve, up should I say, strictly speaking. We're keeping behind, and we get alright traction out there, but it's going to be staying in our slipstream. It's going to be like Hamilton Rosberg in a real 2016 race. He's going to have a look at us, he's going to take the inside, we back up to get DRS down into turn 4, but no, Kvyat's going alongside as well. Will we make it through? Yes, we just about do, including backing in a bit like a MotoGP bike there, but no matter. Anyway, Kvyat actually managed to pass Verstappen in all of that, and he's going to have a go into the Jochen curve. But no, he gets brushed aside. No, he's actually not. He's actually staying with it. He nearly made his move around the outside of the Jochen curve. How the hell did he manage that? Hats off to you, Daniil. Hats off to you. But he's not giving up yet. He's DRSing down into the Castrol curve. I should really say up. Never mind. And we're now going to have to go defensive yet again. His qualifying tyres against our very used options. Well, he's the only one that's going to go on tyre front anyway. Kvyat's going to try and look around the outside into the Remus curve, but we managed to hold steady and we traction out beautifully. We've got great traction out of that corner, even on used tyres, so that bodes very good to avoid being attacked in the second DRS zone. But the DRS freight train behind us, the Trulli train that we've created, as Alonso retires from the race, a former teammate of Trulli, I must add. That's a bit sad that our teammate's out the race. No matter, we're not going to worry too much about that, as we're now heading to the Remus curve, and we've actually got quite a good gap there. They get a bit close on braking, of course, but we use our superior traction to drive out the corner. Unusual, we've got great drivability in that corner, I don't know why. Now on to lap 35, where we are being caught yet again by Max Verstappen, so we're going to have to go defensive through to, and then into the Remus curve. He's going for it, that Renault engine's got some horses in it, and we're going to have to place it very well through the Remus curve, and we block past him if that's possible. Even if we are defying the laws of racing, we're still staying in P6. We have a little excursion there because we're paying attention to, basically looking at Verstappen and Kvyat, with Kvyat trying to attack Verstappen. That is weird, seeing the Taurus trying to attack the Red Bull. What year is this? 2008? Well, whatever year it is, they're heading into the Jochen curve, and now into the Red Bull curve, and we're going to stay for the final lap because, trust me, they're still on us, so we're going to keep with it. It's the final lap now, our tyres are knackered. We've got 50s and 60s all over for the wear. And now, through the Castrol curve, we get good bite out of there. So we're going to try and avoid being overtaken into the Remus curve. But Verstappen's got own us. Kvyat's fallen back just a little bit, but he's still there as well. Hamilton has won the race, but we're still going to have to worry about Verstappen. He's heading to the Remus curve. He's not as close as he was before. Did get along the slide. But it's traction now beautifully yet again. For some reason, we've got the AI mints there. I don't know if that's something with my setup or it's just the way the AI are. But we're holding on very well. Into Swash Gold now. As we now power up. Now through turn 5. As we now head into the Lauda curve now. Nicely done. Shaking it as tight as we can without taking the apex. Clipping the apex nicely on the exit. Now through the Burka curve. And now through turn 8 as we power up. We're now going to be focusing on the Jochen curve, but Max Verstappen's going to try and make sure that doesn't happen. We go a little bit defensive, which cuts him off, and he's going to have a look like Marcos Dovizioso in the 2017 MotoGP race here. No, we use him, so we're going to take a beautiful P6. Get in!
Okay, pick up rubber and bring it home.
Despite that, 57 seconds plus behind Hamilton. We've got some work to do. We need those power unit upgrades as soon as we can. And in the constructors now, drivers, what am I on about? We are on 48 points. Perez are not going to switch around, so that's interesting in their dynamic. And Bottas and Ricciardo have flipped around as well with Bottas' retirement. In the constructors, we're creeping away from Mars, Foss, India, on a Nelson, so we ain't going to catch them, I don't think, unless we get the upgrades very quickly and the work well. On to the resource points now. Many resource points that will take us over the 1,000. We have a millennium worth full of resource points. That's lovely to see. And some even more resource points, 1,096. Excellent stuff. And now it's for the rivalry. Yep, me and Kevin finished the race both. You obviously saw that. We finished higher than him. You saw that. Penalty 3, yes. But he set the fastest lap. That's not really surprising considering our strategies. So, yeah, that's level pegging for that race. That keeps us 3 points ahead. So we're impressed that we beat Fernando. It's quite easy when he retires, I must admit. And obviously we beat the objective of 14th by finishing a lovely P6. And that's impressed quite a few of the midfield teams. Here comes the career score, which of course, some numbers mean some things. I've done a maths degree and I still can't work out what that means. So, yes. That commends it to us all. And on that note, guys, there wasn't a lot to say. There was no driving around in classic cars or anything. So I shall see you next time, where it is our home race, the British Grand Prix. Goodbye. And you're not going to want to miss it, trust me.